This video is brought to you by catbeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
Oh, JD. You thought I wouldn't come back to this piece of shit show that you call a podcast. Let me ask you something, JD. Did you give up on your favorite Uber driver, Sami Zayn? Oh, JD, all I have to do is push a button on my cellular device and Sami Zayn will be outside my house whenever I need him. Because clearly SmackDown Live doesn't need him. Have you come to the realization that your favorite Uber driver is nothing but a failure on the blue brand, JD? Oh, JD, what is with this love for Samoa Joe? You fucking hypocrite faggot.
I love me Joe, man.
You think Joe is an already made superstar because he's challenging Brock Lesnar?
Absolutely.
Oh, JD,
Goon.
you have no idea the origins of Samoa Joe. He came from the greatest wrestling company on planet Earth, Impact Wrestling. The Owl knows it all, JD.
How much did Jeff
Samoa
Jarrett pay
Joe was an
to
already
say
made
that?
man. He had feuds with Kurt Angle and AJ Styles that will rival anything that he does in WWE, you fucking mark. You're a fake Joe fan, JD. And let me ask you something. Why are you still swinging from Roman Reigns' balls?
I knew there had to be a
You
Reigns
put him
reference
in the
here.
title of every video. Are you coming to the realization as well that Roman Reigns is the greatest talent in the wrestling industry? He is the most handsome man ever to step foot in a wrestling ring. And he can rival Omega and Okada on any given evening.
Omega? Okada?
Oh, JD, get Braun Strowman's balls out of your mouth, you fucking hypocrite faggot. Braun Strowman is no babyface. Roman Reigns is a god and the biggest babyface on WWE. Braun Strowman is nothing but a mere mortal and will fall to the Roman Empire. Good luck on Sami Zayn main eventing WrestleMania, JD. How is he gonna get there? An Uber?
As long as the rates are low, man. I don't believe this shit. I just don't believe these fucking people.
JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning in to yet another edition of the #1 fucking podcast. Not only on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Audio Boom, and Google Play Music, but right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script. This is episode 176. Part number 1 to start your weekend off the right way for Friday, June 30th, 2017, man. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and thank you for all the love and support this week as well on everything that went live on the channel this week. Good stuff, man. We did our first ever live stream, live reactions to WWE action We did it on Twitch, and we did it during NXT. I wanted to do it during NXT because of Mauro Ranallo coming back, being that he is my favorite commentator in the business outside of Matt Stryker from Lucha Underground. I wanted to really just hang out with everybody on Twitch and just have a good time, take some Q&A, fan interact, and it was great, man. It was a successful endeavor. We had close to 500 people live watching me on Wednesday night for a 2-hour block. And we had a great edition of NXT that was highlighted by a fantastic match between Nikki Cross and Asuka. And I want to thank everybody for, pretty much coming out and hanging out with me and just interacting with me and watching the show with me. It was very successful that we're going to do it again. And we're going to do it again next Wednesday, man. Bobby Roode versus Roderick Strong for the NXT Heavyweight Championship. So if you guys are interested in any of that, man, don't look at the layout. I got to get Mike, my buddy Mike Will 87 on Twitter, to redo a layout for me with the updated aesthetics, because I don't use Facebook, and the Twitch link there in the layout is wrong. That's my old Twitch channel. If you guys want to go subscribe to the new Twitch channel, it is down in the description below towards the very bottom of this video. It is JD from and New York spelt out. So it's JD from New York. Go subscribe over there. Go, or follow rather. We are working towards a subscribe button. But the live reactions, it was awesome. It was a good shot in the arm. We gained about 300 followers that night. We're going to keep it up, man. If you guys enjoy that, we might even do it for Great Balls of Fire, Joe and Lesnar. So if you guys want to go follow me over there for live reactions, and then when gaming starts getting hot again, we got Destiny 2 coming out. We got Call of Duty World War II. It's going to be good stuff, man. So I'll be over there. And especially, I'm very interested in that PlayerUnknown Battleground shit. I have it for the PC. I just don't have the proper setup to stream. But I definitely want to get my hands on that as well. So the Twitch channel is going to be blowing up by the end of the year, man. It's going to be blowing up. So make sure you guys are following me over there. And I thank everybody for coming out and hanging out with me during the NXT live stream. There's also something else that I'm trying to get worked on. I reached out to a lot of my friends in the wrestling community. I reached out to Justin Lavar. I reached out to Solomonster, who unfortunately will not be able to participate in my little planned project, which those are two of my favorite voices in the community. They have prior obligations. They won't be able to do it due to time constraints. So I reached out to Adam from What Culture, both Adams. I might actually reach out to Simon or King Ross, one of those two guys as well. I have not reached out to them yet. I reached out to Brian Zane. I reached out to CM Pulse. I reached out to Steven Larson. I reached out to Brian Zane. I said, who else? Connor from OK Fabe, Macho T, Tom Cushney. You name it. If you're a name in the active wrestling community here on YouTube, I reached out to you. I still got a few people on my list I do have to reach out to, but I want to get a video together that highlights our concerns about Monday Night Raw, and I want this to be a huge community project, and I want it to be something really, really honest and genuine, because we all have the same feelings towards Monday Night Raw. It's the same show. It's the same stale show every week, down to the production, the presentation, the booking, the illogical gap holes, the nonsense. It's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. For a 3-hour show, there's barely anything positive that comes out of that show. And if there is, it's from the same people. It's from a Strowman or a Joe or a Lesnar or a Heyman. Everybody else seems to fall at the wayside. And the commentating is just awful, So I want to get everybody together, and I want to put everybody's video package together in one large video. Don't matter how long it takes. There's no time constraint on your opinion. If everybody has the same opinion, so be it. At least it's genuine, and we can all share the same concerns. So I'm trying to get that together, and I want to try and get that up by, I'd say, right before Battleground. Right before SmackDown goes live with Battleground, I want to try and get that up. Because we got, about 3 weeks till Battleground? So that's what I'm trying to get everybody together working on right now. I just want to let you guys know that I am trying to get that together, and I think that would be a great project because it's the one big thing that people are talking about. Some people aren't talking about it. And I would want to know why you're not talking about it. Because Raw right now, especially after the Lavar Ball bullshit, which we'll be talking about here on the channel in this very episode, it's disgusting. It really is disgusting. So I'm working on that. I just got to get everybody on the same page. So hopefully I can present something to you guys in the next couple of weeks with my opinion, of course, included in there. But if you guys have been watching me, you guys know my stance on Monday Night Raw. House of Glory on Saturday. If you guys are going to be in the Elmhurst section of Queens, New York at the Queensboro Elks Lodge, House of Glory is going live with their event, Never Trust a Snake. I will be there because I will be doing commentary with my broadcast partner, Matthew Ryan Shapiro, and we have a huge night ahead of us. There's going to be a Break the Glass Ceiling Battle Royal. The winner of the Battle Royal will receive a title shot for any singles title in House of Glory. We have a tag team fatal four-way, I do believe. It's a fatal four-way or a triple threat, I'm not really sure. But we got EYFBO, a.k.a., also known as LAX, the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Global Force Wrestling Tag Team Champions, and formerly the House of Glory Tag Team Champions. They vacated the House of Glory Tag Team Championships, and now we have no Tag Team Champions. So the winner of this triple threat match is going to be crowned the new House of Glory Tag Team Champions. We also have a huge double main event. Anthony Gangone, the House of Glory World Champion, the longest reigning House of Glory World Champion of all time, going up against the newly crowned Crown Jewel Champion in Lio Rush. Champion versus champion, and now it's been made official. Title for title. So one of these men is walking out with 2 titles on Saturday night. It's going to be a big fucking deal. We also got CZW man himself, Joe Gacy, going up against former Crown Jewel champion, the man who Lio Rush beat for the Crown Jewel Championship, Ken Cashflow Broadway. Man, it's going to be a big night. Plus, Jake the Snake Roberts is going to be there signing autographs. I'm assuming he's going to have an in-ring segment just to say thank you to the fans. It's going to be a big night, man. So if you guys want to come out, support House of Glory, support local indie wrestling, support the best independent wrestling promotion on the East Coast. It's House of Glory, man. HOGWrestling.net if you guys need tickets. Also, there you can find their Instagram, their Facebook, and their Twitter account. And I highly recommend you guys follow them on Facebook because they go live every Friday night at 8 p.m. with House of Glory Live. 1 hour block of wrestling, man. Production is top-notch. The sound is top-notch. The action's top-notch. The commentary's top-notch. It's fucking awesome. You guys got to go check it out. So make sure you guys follow them wherever you are on social media. House of Glory this Saturday at the Queensboro Elks Lodge. Bell time is 8 p.m. Autographs with Jake the Snake start at 6 p.m. I will be there if you guys want to come say hello, call me a goon, buy me a Guinness, whatever the case may be. I will be there. So come and say what's up, man. House of Glory this Saturday from the Elks Lodge in Elmhurst, New York. We didn't mention it on last week's show, and I apologize to my good buddy Rusty. I just had so much on my plate last week. But Rusty is still in the midst of collecting for his bike run, his bike tour 2017. And he is riding for MS, to find a cure for MS. I'm going to mention this very briefly. I want you guys to support Rusty in his cause, man. I want you guys to go to his donation page, which I will leave pinned at the top of the comment section, okay? If you guys have already donated, I greatly appreciate that, and Rusty thanks you as well. I want to try and help the best that I can through this outlet to try and get Rusty to his goal of $4,000. He's already ahead of what he did last year. If you guys can spare anything, I would greatly appreciate if you guys aid in Rusty's cause. The more we gain here for Rusty's cause, the better this will be for him. I want to make him a superstar, or at least help him make, that superstar status for this MS bike run. And I'm going to leave you the link to his donation page down below, man. I want you to read his message and why he's doing it, and a little bit of his background and why he's biking. He bikes every year. He's been training all year for it. He's going to do fucking fantastic, and we here at Off the Script support him. I want to make sure you guys are aware of what he's doing, and if you guys feel the need to, or if you know anybody with MS, if you have MS yourself, I would greatly appreciate you guys support Rusty in this cause. and help him achieve his goal this coming August. He's riding in August, middle August, right before SummerSlam, I believe. So if you guys want to go help him out, link will be down in the description below, pinned at the top of the comment section. Please make sure you go and support Rusty. He's a good friend of the show. He's a good friend of mine. I hope to work with him again soon. If he gets the itch to do WWE 2K18, we might bring back GCW, man. Who the fuck knows? So I want you guys to support him and make sure you guys are aware of what he's doing for a great cause this coming August. Speaking of WWE 2K, I know a lot of the YouTubers that are in the community got invited out to San Francisco to play test the game. I, unfortunately, clearly was not. I even messaged them, and I don't want to make a big deal about it because there's no reason for me to make a big deal about it. That was the old JD. You know, I would shit all over the Call of Duty people. How could this guy get flown out? This guy's a fucking cocksucker. This guy's a dick rider, blah, blah, blah. Nobody in the 2K community do I consider a dick rider, because a lot of people, from what I see, you know, if it's something that's not right or something that's not good, they usually speak up about it. I know Dank, who I watch regularly, he has been very outspoken about the game. And he even stopped career mode because he just didn't enjoy it anymore. He was the biggest name that got flown out there. He's got almost 750,000 subscribers. But I've been working now. I don't play the game as much as those guys do, but I was heavily involved with the game. I started the game early on. I did career mode, but just like everybody else, I got bored with it. There was no progression. Career mode didn't go anywhere. Universe mode was just fucking garbage. You know, there was nothing to keep you playing the game. Nothing at all. There was no draft. We had to come up with a draft system on our own. Me and Rusty did a successful draft with GCW. It was fucking fun. We live streamed it. There was no draft option. There's nothing that really gives you a sense of realism in the universe mode that mimics anything on WWE television. It was just very bare bones, you know? The action was very boring. Too many glitches in the game. The computer AI was fucking retarded. It's just tag team matches were fucking, should have been 5-10 minute affairs. They ended up being 40 minutes because, you know, you can't pin a motherfucker when your tag team partner constantly comes in and breaks up a pinfall. There's no six-man, the six-man tags were even worse. They don't have a 4-on-4 Survivor Series match. They didn't have Inferno matches. You know, the mechanics were just very fucking boring and very stale and downright bad. You know, when I play Universe mode, I want someone to come in and interfere. I want genuine shit that we see on television. Like if you're having a match between AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler, I want someone else to come out in the back, random, you know, whoever it could be. You know, it could be Kevin Owens. It could be fucking, I don't know, fucking Kurt Hawkins for all I care. You know, as long as somebody's coming out and giving you a genuine, surprising feel, you know. Storylines were non-existent. There were no storylines. How can we have a universe mode and there's no storylines? It's like you're just pitting wrestler A and wrestler B and just having them go, and you gotta, you know, relay to your audience, this is the storyline that I got going on right now, blah, blah, blah. And there's nothing there. There's nothing there. You should be taking the entire year, coming up with storylines and integrating them into the story mode of universe mode. Same thing with career mode. You know, they added Paul Heyman. You become a Paul Heyman guy and that's it. What is there to achieve after becoming a Paul Heyman guy? Nothing. Nothing. You go on to win the world title, you got title defenses, and then you go to the Hall of Fame. That's a career mode. It mimics nothing in real life. Nothing. The only thing that it mimics in real life is the sameness that is the real life product. How many fucking times can I fight Dolph Ziggler in a given month? I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. If Dolph Ziggler is the world champion and I beat him in a non-title match, that should grant me a world championship match. Shouldn't it? Just little aspects like that did not happen in the game. My main concern is universe mode. I want to do universe mode this year. I got a lot of free time this year. Universe mode is going to be a big deal on this channel. If you don't give me something that mimics the real life product, don't do it. Don't even bother. And the fact that it's not going to be on PS3 and Xbox 360 this year, they got more time and more, more in the game to add more. Because there were some aspects of the game that we didn't get that were only on PS3 and Xbox 360. So there's no excuse this year. No excuse. But the thing that boggles my mind is, why do they keep inviting the same fucking people out there? Why do they keep inviting the same people out there? All these people, and I love them. I watch Luge, I watch Tony, I watch Denk, I listen to Pulse on Instant Gratification whenever he goes live with that. But it's the same people every year. When you have other upcoming content creators who are hungry to get to that point, who can give you a different view. I'm not saying those people are dick riders, but it sucks that the voice or the voices in this community are silenced for being too truthful, or they're silenced for being too real. I don't like that, man. I don't like that at all. Now, I am trying to get and break into the business. I'm working with House of Glory. They are my family. They've welcomed me with open arms, and I love everybody that I work with so far. I'm helping them, they're helping me, we're having a fucking blast. We all want to see the company succeed. And we're going to take it to that next fucking level. I'm trying to get into the business. I'm not there yet. I'm still a fucking baby in a massive fucking sea. But I'm trying to break in. I am knee deep in the fucking trenches, whether it's with House of Glory, doing an interview, or commentating, or lending my voice to whatever I can, right? I'm knee deep in the trenches watching Raw, SmackDown, NXT, pay-per-views, Lucha Underground. When Omega or Okada or something big in the wrestling world happens, I will be reviewing the Cody Okada match coming up this Saturday, right? I'm knee deep in the fucking product, which is mainly WWE. I know what should be included in the game taken from the real life product. Some of these people don't even watch the fucking shows anymore. Some of these people only go to the fucking big events, or only watch the big events, or, watch and they don't say anything critical about the product because they don't want to step on eggshells. They don't want to piss off people. They don't want to get upset or lose their spot at the top. They don't want to ruffle any feathers. Bullshit. Bullshit. If the product sucks, say the product sucks. This is my issue. These are the people, and I'm not talking about the people that got sent out to 2K, but the general aspect of it, the people who don't speak up about a certain something, you're the reason why the fucking game and the product sucks. Now, I pose the question. I really do. And I mean no disrespect to anybody. We are in, what is it? It's July. It's July. Right? How much of the game is done already? Gotta be about 90-95% of the game is done. They're pretty much putting the finishing touches on it. So, if you're inviting everybody out to gauge opinion from these people, and these are the people that are going to allegedly make the game a better experience for the community, how much of their input is really going to be instituted into the game? How much of what they say is going to be, worked on and put in the game when the game is already done? So what you're telling me is that you're taking ideas for future projects, or you're taking ideas for future games. Because I don't see how any of the fucking shit that they talked about this week being flown out there is going to be included in the game. I don't understand that. I don't get it. So what that means to me is that if the game is already done, we're going to get the same product or close to the same product that we got last year. And come October, when the game is released, we're going to be excited for about 2 or 3 months. And then come after Christmas, the game's going to be dead. Because that's when Rusty and I ended GCW. It was fucking boring. We didn't do it anymore. Like, what are we doing this for? I can tell you the game fucking sucked. And nobody wanted to see the game or play the game anymore. When I streamed on YouTube, I was streaming in front of 600-700 fucking people live for our universe mode. As soon as the game got fucking boring and the community said, fuck this shit, 100, 200. I could just tell you right then and there from the fucking analytics. And nobody gave a shit about the game, that the game was dead. How much of their input is going to be in the game? Not much. Not much. New blood needs to be flown out to these things. And I don't mean to stroke my own cock here, okay? But I know the numbers Off the Script does. And I know the reach that I have on social media, okay? I might not have as many followers as these people do, but the amount of people following me on social media that are interactive, that listen to my voice, and that weight my opinion on things, the people that watch this show, that listen to this show, I mean, Off the Script gets 60, 70,000 views every fucking weekend. There's no reason why I should not be included in that type of thing. At all. I'm pulling more views than the fucking 200, 300,000 subscriber channels that you guys got flowing out there. So, what is it? What is the issue? I don't need to play your game for an entire year. And I don't need to fucking dick ride the game for the entire year. If it's bad, I'm not going to play it. I'd rather concentrate on other things and make other aspects of my channel better. Instead of playing a fucking game that I know is clearly broken and there was little to no effort put into it. Because if there was, the mistakes that are recurring every year shouldn't be recurring every year. All I'm saying is give new content creators a fucking chance. Instead of the same bullshit. It's like running Monday Night Raw. Why don't you think Monday Night Raw is fucking getting any better? It's the same shit every fucking week. Why isn't the game getting any better? You fly out the same fucking people every fucking year. Or if you want to fly these people out and use their ideas, fly them out earlier. When the game is actually beginning development. Not when the fucking game is done. All it is that these YouTubers are used as hype. Because that's their marketing. We'll use the fucking big YouTubers to hype the game on that social media platform. Game's coming out, trailer, interview with Rollins, this and that, behind the scenes coverage, pictures of the fucking studio, look at me, blah, 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 I'm over here now. Yet we see nothing of the game. We see nothing of the game. The game, it's July, August, September, October. You got 3 months till the game fucking comes out. I mean, I see early footage from every other fucking game. We seen screenshots for Red Dead Redemption. Game's not coming out till 2019, right? Kingdom Hearts, I've been seeing fucking videos for the last 4 years for Kingdom Hearts 3. At least we see fucking footage of the game. 3 months till your game comes out, I see nothing. No footage. No screenshots, no roster, no options, no gameplay. But you use these people as hype. Smoke and mirrors. Hype the game, but how can I enjoy the game and how can I fucking get behind the game if I see nothing of the game? New blood is needed. New blood is needed. And I didn't want to go on that rant, but needed to be said because it's been on my mind all week. Speaking of on my mind, something that was on CM Punk's mind 6 years ago was the verbal lashing he gave the WWE. 6-year anniversary of CM Punk's pipe bomb in Las Vegas, which led CM Punk to a WWE Championship victory over John Cena at Money in the Bank that year in 2011. The best promo I think I've ever heard. Number one of the crowning moments of Monday Night Raw's history. Number two, which led to one of the best pay-per-views of the modern era in Money in the Bank. Number three. So I just wanted to make sure you guys are aware of that CM Punk's 6-year anniversary of his verbal lashing of not only John Cena and The Rock, but Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, Kevin Dunn, John Laurinaitis, and everybody else who's nothing but a glorified yes man to Vince McMahon. One of the few things that I go back and regularly watch on occasion is that CM Punk pipe bomb. If you guys don't know what it is, open your fucking eyes and go Google it. Off the Script Retro, I want to make sure you guys are aware. I got a little backlog this week. I wanted to start instituting more gaming content on the channel, which I did. I'll talk about in a second. But Off the Script Retro will be up this weekend. Do not worry. Do not fret. Thank you to everybody that has been pledging $3 or more to get access to it. You guys got over 4.5 hours of audio content right there on the Patreon page, patreon.com/JD from NY206. Off the Script Retro, we did 1992 Royal Rumble, and we did the WrestleMania 8 pay-per-view. Brain fart for a second. Right now, I am currently gathering notes for SummerSlam 1992, which to me was one of the worst SummerSlam pay-per-views of all time, and a card that could have clearly been altered to be a lot better than what we got, which we'll talk about on the podcast. But that will be live this weekend, do not worry. If you guys have been wondering about that, it is coming. Off the Script Retro, available on patreon.com/JD from NY206 for $3 or more, and available on IRWNetwork.com for $2.99 a month. Thank you guys so very much for that. Raw, SmackDown, NXT reviews are live on the channel right now if you guys want my review of what was clearly a historic week for WWE. Raw, SmackDown, NXT seen all-female main events, with NXT being the best one, of course, with Asuka and Nikki Cross in a last woman standing match. Those are live on the channel right now. Make sure you guys go and check them out. I did start incorporating some WWE 2K17 gameplay with my wrestling commentary over it. I figured, you know what, let me build hype myself through playing the game, because I just want to have some fun with it until we get the new game and do what I can with it, even though it's fucking broken. So I came up with this concept of dream matches, which is completely interactive with you guys. My first dream match is something that I just kind of randomly picked off the top of my head. What would people like to see in the modern era? So I took probably who's the best wrestler on the roster right now, AJ Styles, and I put him against somebody who is highly respected by everybody, Eddie Guerrero. That was episode 1. So if you guys want to go see that right now, it'll be in the annotation you see in the top right corner of the screen. Drop down, and it'll take you right to the video. Eddie Guerrero versus AJ Styles. Dream Matches series for WWE 2K17. Our road to WWE 2K18. With my commentary over it. Also, episode 2 is live as well. We did Kenny Omega versus Shawn Michaels in the New Japan Arena. So if you guys want to go check those out, they are live on the channel right now. You can leave me a comment on those videos about who you want to see in the next episode. It is completely random. I will pick one person, give you guys a shout out on the next episode, and a thank you for the recommendation. So if you guys want to go check that out, they are live on the channel right now. Like I said, great way to support this show, patreon.com/JD from NY206. $3 or more will get you Off the Script Retro. $1 a month is pretty much all I'm asking, man. You guys want to support the show, $1 a month goes a long way, bro. It'll get you early access to Off the Script. It'll get you entry into my Discord chat. And you guys can talk about whatever the fuck you want in there. Have fun in there. But if you guys want to bump that up to $3, you're also going to get Off the Script Retro, which is available on Patreon and IRW Network exclusively. So thank you guys for supporting the Patreon. You guys are going to be getting shout-outs this week in just a little bit as we read subscriber stories. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. I want to thank all the fine people over at capbeast.com for supporting this show this summer. Capbeast.com. If you guys need new custom-made hats, beanies, whatever the fuck you want made, man, Capbeast has got you. Capbeast.com. They're offering me and you a coupon code this summer, JD10, which is going to save you 10% off your first purchase, man. So make sure you guys go and do that and support capbeast.com this summer. If you guys got a podcast, if you guys just want something embroidered on a nice hat, whatever, man, Capbeast has got you. So go visit them and show them some love. Audible. Audible's offering all new listeners of the podcast 30 days free to try their service out with one free audiobook of your choice. Make sure you guys go and support Audible because they are a huge deal, huge sponsor for this podcast. Over 180,000 books to choose from. A lot of those are wrestling related. All you have to do is use my unique link, audibletrial.com/offthescript. Enter your appropriate information, and you're going to be on your way to navigating Audible for free 30 days and one free audiobook. Compatible with iPhone and Android devices, so no matter what you guys got, you got Audible at your fingertips. And Justin Roberts' new book is now available. If you guys want some juicy information on what really happens with Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon and Triple H behind the scenes from Justin Roberts' mouth, someone who's been there for 10 years, it's all in the book. And he narrates it himself, man. So make sure you guys go and do that. All new listeners of Off the Script get one free audiobook via Audible. Audibletrial.com/JD barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. And finally, barbershopwindow.com for your official merchandise of this very show. 9 different designs on there, man. We got the Roman Reigns Get Off My t-shirt, which we're going to talk about Roman Reigns in this video, man. Apparently, plans have definitely changed, according to Dave Meltzer, as far as SummerSlam goes. So if you guys want some SummerSlam gear, get your Roman Reigns Get Off My t-shirt, man. Big Show, Get Off My TV. Eva Marie, Get Off My TV. Dana Brooke, Get Off My TV. You guys want the Get Off My TV hit list? The JD's Negan t-shirt. The original Gray Off the Script t-shirt or the Goon City t-shirt. It's all on there, man. $19.99. They ship worldwide. Great fucking quality. And we are officially partnered with Barbershop Window. And most importantly, Pro Wrestling Tees. That's barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Thank you guys for all that. Hope you enjoyed my little rant on WWE 2K. I love them, but new blood is needed, man. That needed to be said. But we're going to just cut away for a little bit. We're going to do some Patreon shoutouts, and we're going to do some sub-stories, and then we're going to get into episode 176 of Off the Script. I'll be right back. Sub-stories and Patreon shoutouts coming right up. All right, guys, this is the part of the show where we go over subscriber stories, and we do Patreon shoutouts. Let's start with the Patreon shoutouts, man. I want to thank everybody for pledging towards the Patreon page this week. You guys are fucking beasts. We're going to start off here with Kiyomi216. They pledged $1. They raised it to $3. Tyrell Ashton also raised his pledge from $1 to $3. And remember, if you up your pledge to $3 or more, you will have access to Off the Script Retro. Savas Diakos. So he pledged $1. He raised it to $2. Timothy Dickerson raised his pledge from $1 to $3. We got Matt Zapik. He pledged $1. Dark Temptress pledging $3. And if you guys want to go check out Don Tony and Kevin Castle, they have their own podcast, which I'm sure you guys already know. But Dark Temptress and Kevin Castle, they have their own podcast via the Patreon page over there. And it's called Dark Chronicles. If you guys are big listeners of Don Tony and Kevin Castle and you are a pledger or Patreon to their Patreon page, you guys can get access to her podcast with Kevin Castle, Dark Chronicles, for $5 a month. And it is a very, very good listen. So if you guys want to go over there, please make sure you guys go and support any content creators in the YWC. Frankie Franchise pledging $3. Team Garza pledging $3. Anthony Bayless pledging $3. Tommy DeRosa, he pledged $1. He raised it to $3. Same thing with Trayvon Augustin. He pledged $1, raised it to $3. Ray from Wasco, California, 661. $2, he raised it to $3. So I want to thank everybody for either raising your pledges this week, and thank you to everybody that is new who has pledged this week. So thank you guys so much. For the total of June 2017, we got 25 new patrons, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys for supporting the show and the podcast. Without you guys, it is not even possible. Let's go over some sub-story. And I still got to get that fucking fixed, man. I'm just fucking lazy to call Verizon. I just want to get rid of Verizon altogether. But then again, I won't have Lucha Underground. I won't have Access TV. It's like, you know, especially this week with Access TV in New Japan, with Jim Ross doing the commentary, and then Lucha Underground with IRWNetwork. You're not going to find El Rey on many cable providers. So that's why I stick with it, even though I watch like maybe 4 or 5 channels. But speaking of that, man, speaking of channels, one of the biggest things on this channel is sub-stories. And you guys love sub-stories, man. It's just a collection of all the fans, all the listeners of Off the Script who want to share their stories, whether it's good or bad. Get it out to the world. If you guys got a positive message you want to get across to everybody listening here on Off the Script, you guys can do so, man. Sub-stories is a big deal on this channel. All you got to do is include your name and where you are from and email me at jdfromnewyork206@yahoo.com. That's what you got to do. It's jdfromny206@yahoo.com. We're going to start off here with Drew Gilmore. Drew Gilmore. This is a long one, brother. This is a long one. Holy shit. All right. Drew from Davenport, Florida. JD and off the script, one of the few bright spots of my day. Thank you so much. Hey, JD. I have tried to find some time to finally write a sub-story, and after your hiatus and return, I feel like now was the perfect time. I apologize in advance for the length of this email, but I want to tell you and everyone how much you and your channel mean to me. A little info and a fun story about me. I am originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, hometown of Dean Ambrose. My mother is a dental hygienist, and she cleaned the teeth of Ambrose's mother. It's pretty fucking interesting there, man. Holy shit. And they exchanged words and laughs about how I was a fan and her son was a pro wrestler. I had hoped to tell Dean this story at WrestleMania Access, but my job kept me busy from doing any pre-WrestleMania activities, including the chance to meet you and Joe Cronin at the Internet Darling Show. My job even scheduled me on WrestleMania Day, but I would be damned letting it keep me from my first WWE show and my first ever WrestleMania, so I called out and took a personal day to go with two buddies of mine from college, and we had a blast. Despite all the Roman Reigns haters, I was very surprised to see how much merchandise of his people wore. But like you, I have nothing against the man personally or as a performer, just his booking. Funny thing about that is I went to Solomonster's gathering in Orlando at the Tin Roof, and there was a lot of Roman Reigns shirts out there, man. I was pretty surprised. So there was a lot of Roman Reigns merchandise being worn during WrestleMania down in Orlando. I discovered your channel under recommended videos while listening to Good Mic Work, who's also awesome at what he does. I clicked to give it a shot, and I felt like I was listening to a professional. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't know which video it was, but the moment you gave your no-nonsense opinion on Raw's shitty shows and how Roman was being shoved down our throats, I was literally jumping up and down in my kitchen and mouthing yes at finally finding someone who did not sugarcoat anything about what was wrong with the WWE. I hit subscribe and became a loyal goon, and I feel like my day is never complete unless I watch whatever video you post. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And again, you see, Drew was saying it here, that people appreciate a no-nonsense approach instead of people sugarcoating it and giving you the runaround, So people do appreciate the truth. And it's not just in wrestling. It's just the truth everywhere, man. People want the truth. They're tired of hiding behind these fucking news stations not covering the entire story. And you got to go on YouTube and find out one of these fucking no-name guys, no-name channels are uncovering truth about whatever's happening in the world today that you're not going to hear on the news. You're not going to hear everything on the news. You need other outlets. This channel, this podcast is another outlet for stuff that you are not going to be told by a bigger channel because of what might happen. That's why I take great pride in what I do here, man. Watching your channel evolve to where you are now, having sponsors to become part of House of Glory, working now with Eric Bischoff, and most notably the birth of Kevin Dunn's voice makes me proud of how you and how far you've come. I joined your PayPal Rumble and always felt immense pride whenever you said my name. And I damn near scared everyone in my workplace when I leapt out of my chair at becoming your very first winner. I wore my JD is Negan shirt with pride when it arrived, and many people at work remarked how cool it was. And when you took your break, I was happy you did because you earned it, and us true goons knew that you would be back. But now to the bulk of this email and what the title means. For you and your show are one of the few bright spots of my day and life. This comes in 3 parts. A, I am an entertainer for one of many theme parks in Florida. Please don't say. And after 3.5 years of paying my dues, of hanging out and meeting and greeting characters, I was given the opportunity to do the company's annual Christmas parade. The following year, I was given more opportunities for parades and shows. I thought I had earned my coworkers' respect. Unfortunately, that's when the ugly side of the backstage entertainment reared its ugly head. People who I respected and worked with started slandering my name, calling me a creep with girls when I was just a friendly guy with everyone, And worse is when people spread it to others and they believe them. I didn't understand how this could happen to a nice person like me. But while there are many factors why, the main reason came from the fact that many of these people don't think I deserve these opportunities. It makes me angry and sad that I almost don't want to go to work. The anger only adds on when I bust my ass at work and opportunities are given to the ass kissers and not the hard workers. But whenever I am on a work couch and I see your Raw, SmackDown, NXT, or pay-per-view reviews or off the script, you always turn my frown upside down, and that makes you my hero. B, I was in a very mentally abusive relationship with an FWB for a year and a half. I let her get away too close. Let me rephrase that. I let her get way too close, and although we had some good memories, the last year or so she began mentally torturing me, making all our arguments my fault, and making me feel like she was the only girl I was going to get. When I finally made the move to try and date other girls, something she encouraged me to do, she went completely off the hook and cut off all contact with me, something I should have done a long time ago. Sometime later, a friend of mine and his girlfriend, who thought this girl and I could work things out, sided with me when she revealed to them that she had faked her last pregnancy scare, she and I had, just to keep a hold of me. As much as I am one of those people to let things go, I have never felt so much contempt and anger towards someone in my entire life. Even my big brother figure, who helped me out tremendously through this difficult ordeal, was so mad that he wanted to go slash her car tires. But no matter how much mental abuse she would put on me, you were always there to ease my mind and get a laugh out of me, which put good vibes in me. For that, you have been my savior. C. But where I really felt connected with you was when you told your story on Christmas about your ex. And also, most recently, with whatever shit the love of your life was going through and you were going through. When I saw you crying, I just wanted to reach through the screen and give you a hug and take you out for a Guinness because I'm going through that pain too. 6 years ago, I met a girl through an internship with this entertainment company, and she should already be my fiance, if not my wife. But I was a young narcissist and hurt her by going out with someone else and not telling her about it. It took a while, but she forgave me. We stayed in each other's lives and various relationships. 2 years ago, she admitted that she and her current boyfriend were having problems, and she and I got close again. Started out sexting, calling every day, and finally I told her on FaceTime that I loved her, and she said she loved me too. We made crazy plans for when she'd move down to Florida, even though we knew there was a chance she may never come. Finally, she got accepted into a college here and spent the majority of her orientation week with me. 2016 was a rough year for most, but I was in love with my dream girl, and it was the happiest week of my life. But after that week, she became broken, and not in a brilliant Matt Hardy way. She felt she had cheated on her boyfriend, went through even more personal shit, family deaths, depression, anxiety. And even after moving down here, she got cold feet and chose to stay with her boyfriend and keep me at an arm's length. I think she also listens to her mom's opinion too much, and her mom lets my past form an opinion of me without ever meeting me. It got to a point where I let out all my frustration out, and my girl blocked me on social media, but thankfully not my number. We are slowly but surely patching things up, and she even came to a musical I performed in recently. She had admitted deep down that she still cares for me deeply, but I think she is afraid to let go of a secure, unromantic relationship rather than take a leap onto a new one. But I told her that I loved her enough still to start from square one to reconnecting what we had. And I think that got to her. But in these times that I've been feeling sorry for myself, you and Off the Script and the entire community were always there. And when you told your own story, JD, that is when I considered you a friend. Again, sorry for the length, but I had to tell you all of this. I wish I lived near you And we could be a regular hangout, or we can be regular hangout buddies. Maybe one day we can. And I will let you know if I ever visit your area and we can grab that Guinness. Or I can watch what you do at House of Glory. And if you're ever in the Orlando area again, my home is your home. Thank you, my hero, savior, and friend. Hashtag Goon for life. Drew, and his Twitter is Orlando Buckeye, all one word. That is a mighty, mighty, mighty long story, bro. Your story was very similar to mine. The ending of that, and I want to thank you for being there as part of this community. And like I tell everybody, man, I'm gonna be here. I'm not going anywhere. I am no hero, man. You know, those words mean a lot to me. You use the words hero, savior. Yeah, I'm not a savior, man. I'm not a hero. You know, that means a lot to me that you even use those words. Those words have powerful meanings, man. I'm neither of those things. I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan that loves what he does, man. And if I teach you guys anything, and if I pass along anything to you guys, it's that we are all equal. And if you love what you do strong enough, you will get to where you want to be. I embarked on this journey with next to nothing. I had not much money to my name. I had just gotten fired from my job. And I decided to buy a blue Snowball microphone and a cheap Logitech camera. And I put my voice with wrestling news over Call of Duty gameplay. Channel transformed into a Call of Duty channel. Game started to die. I'm like, not into it anymore, man. The one thing that was always there for me was wrestling. And I turned my voice into a passion. And I turned my passion into a job. Not many people have the opportunity to do that. Not many people can wake up every day and say, I love what I do. I wake up every day loving what I do. I love this channel. I love this podcast. I'm not going to stop until I take this podcast to where I want it to be. You know, I was interviewing Anthony Gangone and LAX, and the idea of Sirius Radio was brought up. That's my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to get on Sirius and be like a Sam Roberts and be like a Peter Rosenberg, you know? I want to do that, and it's Taz, who's got his own syndicated radio show every morning. Not sure if I'll wake up at fucking 6 a.m. to do the radio show, but regardless, you know? I want to get to where Sam Roberts is, you know? That's my ultimate goal. This is nothing but a platform for me to get to the next platform. And if I am making an impact here, I say it all the time, it's the most important thing. Because with emails like this and with feelings and emotions like this, just based off what I do here, imagine what we can do as a family when I get to that next level. And I have everybody listening to this show to thank for where I am today. Without you, this channel doesn't exist. Without you, this show doesn't exist. Without you, the energy and the determination to succeed is not there. Without you guys, I am not in House of Glory calling fucking matches from some of the most talented wrestlers you're going to see on the indie scene. Some of these guys are being looked at by WWE. Without you guys, I am not in this bubble, you know? I am not moving along on this journey. It's all because of you guys. It's all because of guys like Drew. And I want to thank you for being there with me and giving me the passion to continue doing this. You guys are the lifeblood. I say this all the time. You guys are the lifeblood of this channel. Without you, this channel is nothing. And I want to thank Drew for his story, man. It's a lot to open up about, and that's what we're here for. We are a family. First and foremost, we are a family here on Off the Script, and Drew is part of our family. Thank you, buddy. And if you guys want to go follow him and say thank you, if you found anything meaningful in his letter, if you took something out of that you can apply to yourself, go tweet him. Orlando Buckeye, all one word, on Twitter. Goon for life. No problem, man. Thank you so much. We are going to move on here. We'll do one more, man, because Drew had a very long one. We're going to do one from Sammy. Sammy is coming from, he didn't put where. But this one's coming from Sammy. It's okay if you don't read this on Off the Script, but it would mean the world to me if you did. Well, there you go, brother. Hey, JD. I know you say this a lot, but you have made such a huge impact on so many people's lives, including mine. Currently, I am 16 years old, junior in high school. But when I started listening and watching you, I was 13 in the 7th grade, just transferring schools. I wasn't a great student, so my parents thought I would be better fit at my current school. My parents put me in a school with a bunch of rich and spoiled kids, aka goons. I just added that in there. Who think they are entitled to everything. Absolutely goons. School was still difficult for me, and I had a very hard time making friends. It was very hard to keep contact with my friends at my school, but every day when I got home from school, I would do my homework and watch you. You helped me get through miserable days at school, and you made me very determined to get my grades up. I ended this semester with all A's and 2 B's, which are my best grades to date. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be the person I am today, and I could be in the 10th grade or even a high school dropout. But you saved me because you made me become determined and focused on what is important and what is important for my future. Thank you for everything you do for my life, and I will continue to watch you and support you through the good and the bad. Please keep doing what you are doing and don't stop, because you taught me life lessons that no teacher can teach. From one goon to another. Thanks for everything, bro. Sammy. P.S. I'm the one during Access who showed Kane the Get Off My TV shirt. You retweeted the photo. Also, your Kevin Dunn impression of Nakamura is fucking hilarious. Never stop being you. I don't remember the Kane thing, man. I don't remember it. You gotta refresh me. If you're on Twitter, bro, tweet me the picture again, because that was a while back. I'd love to see it again. I don't remember it because there was just so much that week. Tweet me the picture again and I will retweet it. That's fucking hilarious. But if you guys want to follow Sammy on Twitter, it's at Sammy, and this is a tough one to pronounce his last name. It's Bitchachi. So that's at Sammy, SammyBitchachi. Thank you so much, Sammy. Again, just like what I told you, the most important thing to me is what you guys take away from this show. If you use this show and what I do here as fuel to make yourselves better, and in Sammy's case, get his grades up and keep his grades up, that's the most important thing to me, man. Because I'm just like you guys. I'm a fan of the product, and that means the world to me, man, that you look to me and use me as motivation, because I'm still a fan at the end of the day. And if what I'm doing here is impacting you guys like that, and impacting guys like Drew and Sammy, there's no cost to that, man. There is no value to put on that. It's unbelievable, and I thank you guys so much for that. Like I said, if you guys want to get in your sub stories, JD from NY206 at yahoo.com. Make sure you please include where you are writing from and your name. If you want to include your age, whatever. Thank you guys so much for everything, man. We are going to get on to the news. I got a lot to talk about this week on Off the Script, but I can't do that. Unless we have a dash of broken brilliance right here on Off the Script. The one and only Broken Matt Hardy to introduce us here on 176 of Off the Script.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Broken Nut Hardy. This is JD from New York. Actually, delete to JD from New York. I am Cletus Vessel. Make sure to check out his wondrous show, Off the Script. It's absolutely delightful.
Let's start off with this story. Impact Wrestling acquires Global Force Wrestling. Wow! I got chills. I got goosebumps at the sight of this announcement. And you can sense the sarcasm in my voice. This means absolutely nothing. This means absolutely nothing. That's like Starbucks acquiring grandma and grandpa's coffee shop down the street. Yeah, you got the recipe for Sumatra. Yeah, we'll take it. Who cares? Starbucks already has Sumatra. The fuck are you gonna do with grandma and grandpa's Sumatra? You know? Doesn't matter. Or you got that Ethiopian blend? Huh? You got the Ethiopian? No? What about Colombian? Breakfast blend? Maybe their breakfast blend's better than ours. I don't know. Let's taste it. Yeah, it is better. We'll take that one too. You know? The house blend? What about decaf? You got decaf? House blend? No! No, nobody drinks decaf anyway, man. You're a fucking asshole if you drink decaf. What about, donut shop blend? You got that one? That's interesting. What's this one here? This one's this one doesn't have a name. What the fuck is in it? Oh, it tastes like dirt. Oh, we'll take that one too. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You know, you got grandma and grandpa fucking brewing coffee down the street and some rinky-dink fucking shop, right? Who the fuck cares? Yeah, Starbucks acquired their coffee. They put grandma and grandpa out of bed. Who fucking cares? Global Force Wrestling. Who the fuck is Global Force Wrestling? Jesus Christ. This is news. And then I gotta sit here and report this fucking irrelevant garbage. You know? Anthem Wrestling Exhibitions, LLC, a subsidiary of Anthem Sports and Entertainment Corp., and a parent company of Impact Wrestling, announced today that it has entered into an agreement to acquire Global Force Entertainment, LLC. Global Force Wrestling. Jeff Jarrett, the founder of both Impact Wrestling and Global Force Entertainment, will join Anthem Wrestling Exhibitions as a member of its board of managers, equity owner, and chief executive officer. We're thrilled to be joining forces with Anthem as a partner to build the business, said Karen Jarrett. This partnership will be complementary of our strengths and bolster our capabilities to grow the Impact Wrestling brand. Ed Nordholm as president and Jeff Jarrett as chief creative officer. I'm sorry. Whatever the fucking difference is. Make a great tag team. We're excited by the progress that we have made with Impact Wrestling since acquiring the business in January, said Ed Nordholm, president of Anthem Wrestling Exhibitions. Jeff and his team have been instrumental in this success, and we are pleased that we have reached an agreement on the basis of which we can combine our businesses to continue to grow. Slammiversary 15 will be a fitting occasion to bring the promotions together and merge the titles under the new Impact combined belts. By combining our resources and talent, we can produce the best product for our global audience. Speaking of Slammiversary 15, the Orlando mayor declares Impact Wrestling Day in Orlando. Oh my God! Impact Wrestling Day. Let's get the kiddies and the fucking swimsuits and the swimmies. Let's get it all ready to go for Impact Wrestling Day. Honey, you ready to go? It's Impact Wrestling Day. What? Impact Wrestling? Oh my God! I can't wait! I can't wait! Jesus Christ, man. Impact Wrestling Day. To honor the 15-year anniversary of Impact Wrestling, a subsidiary of Anthem Sports and Entertainment Corp. What the fuck am I reading here? The city of Orlando has declared Wednesday, July 5th, 2017 as Impact Wrestling Day in Orlando. Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer will present a proclamation honoring Impact Wrestling before taping begins July 5th for a future episode of Impact on Pop TV. Impact has filmed most of its weekly 2-hour TV shows over the past 15 years on the backlot of Universal Studios Florida, dubbed the Impact Zone. Should be renamed the Failure Zone. That's what it should be renamed. That's why they don't succeed. They're in fucking Universal Studios in the backlot giving away free TVs to fucking, Hillbilly Jim and fucking his wife with 3 teeth. Yeah, honey, you want to go to Impact? I don't know who these guys are, but let's go see some free wrestling. And then we'll order a $9 Bud Light. You know? That's what they give the fucking tickets away to. Then they stand there. Look at all the pretty lights. I don't know who this Double J is, but this is the first time Mayor Dyer has attended an Impact Wrestling show. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Mayor. This is the first time you're attending an Impact Wrestling show. He's gonna go see it. It'll be the last fucking wrestling show he sees. And he's not just attending in a mayoral role. Mayor Dyer will also serve as the special guest ring announcer for 2 of the matches. Oh my God. What a treat. Orlando is already known worldwide as an epic center for entertainment. And as we have worked to diversify our economy, growing our sports-based industries has been a strong focus, said Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer. Blending both entertainment and sports, Impact Wrestling is the exact type of event we'd like to continue hosting in Orlando. We are grateful to Impact Wrestling for its commitment and investment in the city of Orlando and look forward to Impact's next 15 years of growth in our community. Jeff Jarrett is the founder of Impact Wrestling and now serves as the company's chief creative officer. He said Impact has been a labor of love since day one, and now to be honored by Mayor Dyer and the city of Orlando, it's one of the biggest accomplishments in Impact Wrestling history. You know what this reminds me of? You ever just stroll down your block and you hear all this fucking commotion, right? And next thing you see, you got all the block just, blocked off. And you got the entire block just hosting a block party. That's what it's going to be. It's nothing but people that are going to fucking clog up traffic from you getting to where you need to be. You can't go down the typical road that you usually go down to make the right turn that you usually make at the red light down the street. No, you gotta go other ways. You gotta go fucking this way and that way. You're blocking off the fucking road for me to get to work, you fucking assholes. Gotta make yourself seem important over here with your block parties and your fucking hot dogs and your fucking kiddie pools and your fucking bouncing trampolines. And over here you got the fucking sluts, the mothers, the fucking cougars who think they're fucking 60 years old and hot shit, walking out and fucking next to nothing with their sagging tits. I know. Wasting my fucking time. Alright, that's all it is. It's a block party, a nuisance, people who are annoying, who gotta be the center of attention, making all this fucking noise. For what? For nothing. You got 50 people, 60 people, they're hosting a block party. That's what it's going to be. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Impact Wrestling Day is going to be a block party with 50 or 60 fucking people. Who the fuck cares about Impact Wrestling Day in Orlando? You know? You'll be lucky if you get Mickey and Minnie over there. They'll be too busy fucking, Minnie will be too busy giving Mickey a fucking blowjob in the back of Universal Studios. Nobody fucking cares. You know? Mickey's gonna be like, Minnie, you didn't finish me off over here. We got Impact Wrestling Day over here. I'm not going nowhere until my ears are covered in white goo, bro. You know? Come on. Anyway. Moving on to more important information. Date for Okada Omega Round 3. It's already set in stone. As noted, New Japan Pro Wrestling announced the blocks for this year's G1 Climax tournament on Monday. The promotion announced on Tuesday some of the key matches that will be taking place in the tournament. You got Okada and Omega. They are set to turn their rivalry into a trilogy. Both wrestlers are in Block B and will be wrestling each other at the Sumo Hall on August 12th. Okada and Omega faced off in 2 classic matches at Wrestle Kingdom and Dominion this year alone. The tournament is set to begin on July 17th and concludes on August 13th. With the A block winner facing the B block winner on the final day. The winner of the tournament will receive a briefcase to challenge the IWGP Heavyweight Champion at next year's Tokyo Dome show on January 4th. So, Omega Okada, number 3. I would not be I would not be shocked. Now, just hear me out on this. I don't know nothing about New Japan. I've watched the first 2 matches. Being that this is not for the title, I would not be shocked to see Kenny Omega beat Okada. I would not be shocked to see Kenny Omega win the G1 tournament again for a second year in a row. Get the title shot again at the Tokyo Dome at Wrestle Kingdom. And at that point, we got Okada who won match 1. We had a Broadway in match 2. And for the goons who don't know what that is, it's a time limit draw. 60 minutes. Match 3 would be taking place in the G1 tournament. Omega would win it, being that the title is not on the line. So he would get his win over Okada. Then you would have a 4th and deciding match at Wrestle Kingdom in January for the title. And Omega would lose. And then he would be shipped off to WWE. Because that's what I think is going to happen. Now, everybody's like, Omega deserves the title. Omega deserves the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Yes. Everybody wants to see him with the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. But at this stage of the game, with half of his contract already done with New Japan, the 1-year deal that he signed, do you think the people that run New Japan are going to give Kenny Omega the title with the possibility of him leaving instead of just going with their long-term plans? Why would they risk their long-term plans to give Kenny Omega the title when they don't even know if he's staying or leaving for WWE? Nobody knows. So, as a consolation prize, be like, Kenny, you did so much for us. You put us on, on the map in 2016, 2017, right? We're going to give you a consolation prize. We're not going to give you the IWGP title, but we'll give you the G1 Climax this year. You'll be the only man in history to win it 2 years in a row. How about that? So then he beats Okada rather, does Omega in this tournament. The series would be tied 1-1 with that one draw. We go to Wrestle Kingdom in January, and Okada and Omega, however they top their fucking first 3 matches, I don't know what they do, but Okada wins. Or whoever the champion is wins, But whatever. That's what I think would happen. Now, I don't know what you guys are thinking. I don't know if Okada's going to hold the title for that long. I don't know if there's anybody else that could come along and beat Okada before we get to Wrestle Kingdom. I don't know. But Omega Okada is happening. The trilogy will take place, and it's going to take place on August 12th at the Sumo Hall in the G1 Climax tournament. Omega Okada is coming. And I reviewed the first 2 matches, and we'll do the same thing with the third. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do to top what they already did, being that the first match was a 6 out of 5 stars, according to that goon Meltzer. And then the second match was a 6.25 stars out of 5. There you go. He did it on purpose. Dave Meltzer did it on purpose to give it a 6.25 because he just likes doing that, Whatever. Should be interesting. And it's going to be very interesting to see what the long-term plans are for New Japan and Kenny Omega. Lavar Ball and family gave Vince McMahon mixed emotions backstage during WWE appearance. I don't believe how many people I made salty over the fact that I called these guys LaMelo and Lavar and whoever else was fucking there. LaMelo, Lavar, Lonzo, LLL. The 3 L's, the 3 losers, right? Can't tell you how many people I made salty over the fact that I did not like this segment. Which, everybody that came to my Monday Night Raw review and my SmackDown review, I hold your opinions to be absolutely irrelevant to me. Because, number 1, you don't watch the product. Number 2, you merely tuned in because you heard it on ESPN. Let me tune in to Raw to watch these fucking degenerates ruin a segment that could have been given to a real fucking talent. When you got The Miz shutting his mouth at the fact that he can't even save this fucking horrendous shit segment, what does that tell you? And the reason why I shit on the segment is because these guys, however fucking popular they are, they're in the spotlight. Instead of using the spotlight to fucking go out there and be a fucking professional, right? You just got drafted to the Los Angeles Lakers, one of the most heralded franchises in sports history. You want to go on Monday Night Raw and you want to start dropping N-bombs. Yeah, some fucking role model your kid is. You give him a fucking microphone, he's dropping N-bombs on live television. And then people think this is right. People think this is something good. This is where the brainless fucking individuals of society come from. Instead of looking at it and be like, what the fuck? That's wrong. I got people telling me it was entertaining. I didn't laugh. If something is entertaining to me, I smile and laugh. I didn't smile and laugh. I fucking cried and cringed. You know? These are fucking people who are in the public spotlight. And WWE already had a racial, bullshit situation with Hulk Hogan. And then you got these guys going out there. God knows if they were given a script or not. I have no fucking idea. But they went out there and did what they wanted to do, right? Lavar and his fucking sons stick to the basketball courts. If you want to act like a fucking asshole and you want to act like a clown and a degenerate, go do that on the basketball courts. We got enough degenerates and losers on Monday Night Raw as it is. We don't need to add more to the fucking equation, okay? But the nonsense that was that segment and the racial slurs that were dropped on that segment is okay to some people. You know? I don't understand that. You willingly accept stupidity to me. That's fucking ridiculous. I don't know who enjoyed that segment. It wasn't entertaining. It wasn't entertaining at all. Yeah, it got people talking, and it got coverage on ESPN and over here and over here. Who cares? Who cares? It's just, again, WWE out of touch with their audience. We got Cody Rhodes winning the Ring of Honor World Championship. We got Kenny Omega lighting up the wrestling world. We got this and that and fucking New Japan fucking hitting all the highs in 2017. No, Vince McMahon is worried about getting Lavar Ball with Lonzo and LaMelo Ball on the show. For what? He didn't get enough praise at the fucking NBA draft. We got to bring him on Monday Night Raw, right? I mean, Monday Night Raw is not a big stage, but it's WWE's biggest show. At least go on the fucking show and act like a professional, you know? Instead of dropping the N-bomb on live television. Dean Ambrose was sent out there to stop the fucking bleeding. Because who the fuck knows what Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn were doing? They were probably having a fucking heart attack. So, LaVar Ball took his big baller brand to WWE this week when they appeared on Monday Night Raw. LaVar was entertaining on the microphone against The Miz, but his youngest son, LaMelo, caused controversy when he used a derogatory slur on live television. The WWE got what they wanted from the Ball family, but Vince McMahon apparently had mixed reactions to their appearance. According to Cage Side Seats, the WWE chairman was reportedly unhappy with how the segment with LaVar, Lonzo, and LaMelo went down. The slurs uttered by LaMelo were a black eye for the WWE, but it might be worth it because of the exposure they are getting. If the ratings don't show it next week, then it was not worth it. It was a complete waste of people's time. LaVar Ball and the WWE were the talk of the town despite going toe-to-toe with the first ever 2017 NBA award show. Now, Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer Live said he wasn't watching the show live, but he revealed on the Wrestling Observer Live that when he looked at his phone and read a text from someone we are assuming is of importance in WWE saying, and I quote, this was sent to Brian Alvarez's phone, "Oh my God, did that make the air?" End quote. He knew something bad had happened. WWE has since distanced themselves from the comment completely. They don't want to touch the racial issues with a 10-foot pole. This is why they still haven't brought Hulk Hogan back into the company. But Alvarez said this certainly changed plans for WWE. First off, Vince McMahon was baffled and didn't know what was going on while Kevin Dunn was losing his mind. Can you imagine what Kevin Dunn was doing? Oh my God, Vince, they used the N-word on live television. Oh my God, what are we gonna do, Vince? Oh, I don't know, Dunn. Pull the plug. Get Dean Ambrose to go out there. Oh, why does it gotta be Dean Ambrose? Can we send Roman? Wait, what? Nakamura? You want to send Samoa Joe out there? Why don't we just throw chicken sandwiches out there, Samoa Joe? Why don't we get Roman Reigns to go out there? Dean Ambrose. Who the fuck loves Dean Ambrose? And Dean Ambrose is, he's messy, man, and he doesn't have nice teeth. You know? So they sent Dean Ambrose out there to stop the balls. Balls? I like balls in my mouth, but they gotta be from the Roman Empire. They stopped the balls from saying anything else or stripping off any more clothing. Stick to the fucking courts, you fucking loser. Okay? Don't know how you could fucking socially accept these fucking people, man. Such fucking filth garbage people. They make a fucking mockery out of themselves. And then people call this entertainment. This is why Ambrose looked at the camera and said, what the fuck is going on? This also explains some of the awkwardness of Dean's entrance. Needless to say, the Ball family said Dean Ambrose didn't even know what the fuck was going on. He was waiting for his cue. They're like, go out there, go out there. Needless to say, the Ball family segment on Monday Night Raw got people talking. According to most of the feedback that Meltzer got, it seems like most of the people were not fans of the segment. Now, there were people backstage rolling their eyes at Lavar Ball's antics. The feeling from wrestlers that it came off disrespectful, and The Miz did his best to keep the segment together as best he could. Baron Corbin's jab at Lavar Ball made it clear that he was not a fan of the segment. Curtis Axel is another WWE superstar that was not pleased with the segment. Axel said the following on Minneapolis 93X half-assed morning show, and I quote, "They don't need to be on TV. Get them off. It was embarrassing. Looking at that from my perspective, it was funny backstage looking at it, but that's not something that, this is my opinion. The kids watch this show. It's a kids program. We took it down to PG-13 and made everything kid-friendly, right? And for someone to come on there and grab the microphone and go off and do something outlandish like this, and you were told, I guarantee you they were told not to do it, it's embarrassing. And yeah, I was watching backstage, and I was embarrassed. Growing up in the family business like this and seeing some guy, the whole family to me, granted, the kid's gonna be a superstar or whatever, but the dad and the other guy, they do this on a program where my family's busted their ass. It embarrasses me and it pisses me off. It sucks." There you go. There you go. Curtis Axel, right there. Curtis Axel laying the law down. The WWE will reportedly ride the effects of the Ball family's appearance as long as possible. LeVar Ball and the WWE got what they wanted with the big baller brand getting promoted on television while the WWE gets the media exposure. Although the segment was entertaining, and I use that term loosely, it could be considered terrible by some fans. Nevertheless, the WWE is going to continue doing what's best for business with the ratings still on the decline. Even if it means paying someone like LeVar Ball to run his mouth to entertain and annoy people around the world. It's being rumored that more guests are expected to appear on Monday Night Raw. And Monday Night Raw will further sink into the fucking gutter if you have more guests appear on the show. We already went through this phase. I already told you already. People like this do not mix well with Monday Night Raw. Get them away from the fucking show. Your priority is to build fucking talent on your show, not bring in LeVar Ball and his fucking degenerate sons, who I don't give two fucks about. Stick to the NBA, okay? Go fucking play in your rigged sport. Bullshit. Go play in your fucking nonsense world of NBA. We already know wrestling's fucking deteriorating. No reason to deteriorate it even more, okay? Stick to your fucking bullshit and leave us to our bullshit. We don't need it. Okay? I don't give a fuck. It was the highest segment of the night. I don't give a shit. It was the highest segment of the night because the fucking guy was clearly on crack cocaine coming out walking like a fucking idiot and stripping his clothes off. Fucking embarrassing. I'm a wrestling fan of over 25 years. And I'm flipping through the channel. If I'm flipping through the channel and I'm looking at this, isn't this a wrestling program? Why do I got a fucking a middle-aged man who's high on crack cocaine stripping his fucking clothes off in front of the Intercontinental Champion? I'm looking at this. If I had friends over, I'd be embarrassed. I would actually be fucking embarrassed to say, you know what, I watch this on a weekly basis. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. As for LaMelo's comments, the WWE allegedly released a statement regarding the subject via the Los Angeles Times. The inappropriate language used by a guest during the Miz TV segment was not scripted nor reflects WWE's values. The WWE should be very happy with the exposure they're getting, even if it means taking the heat for what LaMelo said on air. They had no control of it since he's only 15 years old and anything can happen on live television. Even though people won't admit it, LeVar Ball and his upstaged sons, pretty much are now the talk of the entire NBA and WWE in their television debut. So, good for them. Hope they're fucking happy. Never come back again. At all. Fucking disgusting display of bullshit on my fucking television that doesn't need to be seen. They made each and every one of us fucking that much more stupid on Monday Night Raw. This is a story that's making the round, and I want to put it to rest right now. Baron Corbin, Mr. Money in the Bank on SmackDown Live. Apparently, people are going around social media and on the internet claiming that he's going to be cashing in his Money in the Bank contract on Brock Lesnar. Now, WWE has not really given out the rules of the Money in the Bank at all. I know for a fact, I'm just going to assume that, being that Baron Corbin won the briefcase on SmackDown during a SmackDown branded only pay-per-view, that he can only cash it in on SmackDown. See, I'm intelligent, and those who think the same way as me are intelligent people. But people want to take that to the next degree, and they want to expand on something that really isn't even an issue. Oh, what if he can cash in on Brock Lesnar? What if he can cash in on Monday Night Raw? What if he can cash in for the Universal Championship? No, no, and no. No. Now, the rumor first caught fire after it was announced that Brock Lesnar will be defending the Universal Championship against Baron Corbin during a SmackDown Live house show on July 29th. Now, apparently, this is going to be taking place in the Joe Louis Arena. I believe in Detroit. Okay? The Joe Louis Arena is going to be torn down. It's not going to be an event, a venue anymore for WWE to hold events in. This will be the last time WWE is in the Joe Louis Arena, okay? Now, I don't know why people want to jump to assumptions without thinking. Well, it's the Joe Louis Arena. It's Detroit. Detroit and this arena have given us many a good time. Let's make a match that nobody would see coming, that would draw people in. Baron Corbin versus Brock Lesnar. There you go. That's got everybody's fucking attention. So they're merely booking it because they want to create a buzz around the last show that they will be holding in this arena. No more. It's nothing more than that. A match between the Lone Wolf and the Beast Incarnate is a surprise for many reasons. They're on separate brands, and Corbin getting a Universal title shot is interesting, even if it's just during a WWE live event. It creates a lot of questions. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It creates a lot of questions for those people who want to clickbait. And it creates a lot of questions for people who don't have a brain, because you can't comprehend. For instance, the report says, WWE recently just made John Cena a free agent because it benefited the company. With the ratings swirling down, could WWE officials be planning for Baron Corbin to cash in Money in the Bank for WWE Universal Championship instead of the WWE title on SmackDown Live? Baron Corbin jumps brands, and cashing in the briefcase to defeat Brock Lesnar would be a career-making moment for him. On paper, the briefcase is exclusive to SmackDown Live, but WWE officials could change that. No, you can't. You can't change the rule on the fly. He won it on SmackDown. He won it during a SmackDown branded only pay-per-view. He can only cash it in on whoever the WWE champion is for that brand. That's it. Corbin versus Lesnar won't happen for another month, so WWE officials have some time to decide if a massive swerve like that is best for the company. WWE established the brand extension last year, but a change like John Cena threatens to blur the lines between the brands. Someone like Baron Corbin can be moved with Money in the Bank. The WWE Universe may start to reject the brand split. For now, Corbin versus Lesnar is just for one night only. The fans will just need to wait and see if it becomes anything bigger after that. It's nothing. It's a match nobody's seen before. It's going to create buzz. It gets Brock Lesnar to work another date. They want to get the house show attendance up because, the house show attendance is fucking suffering, especially on the SmackDown side. It's suffering on the Raw side too, And being that this is the last event that WWE's going to be holding in this arena, they want to have a big super show. So why the fuck not? That's all it is. Baron Corbin's not going to Raw. Baron Corbin's not cashing in the Money in the Bank on Raw. He's not going to take the title from Brock Lesnar. Baron Corbin's not going to be Universal Champion. No. You mean to tell me Baron Corbin is going to get in the way of Roman Reigns and the plans for Roman Reigns and the plans for a Finn Balor and a Samoa Joe and a Braun Strowman? No, and no. This is a one-time deal. Take it with a massive grain of salt and just enjoy it for what it is. It's a one-time only deal because WWE is using Brock Lesnar to boost house sale, ticket revenue, and it's the last event in this particular arena. That is it. Do not look any further into it. Otherwise, you are a grade A fucking goon. That's all I gotta say about that. Long-term plans for the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view. There's a lot of talk of balls on this episode of Off the Script with the three losers over there, Lavar, LaMelo, and Lonzo Ball. Kevin Dunn loving Roman Reigns' balls in his mouth, and now Great Balls of Fire. Much has been made about WWE's upcoming Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view. Many people have joked about the name and the logo of the event being that it looks like a fucking cock and penis and balls and whatever else you want to describe it as. Some fans were even shocked to hear that the name wasn't a joke when it was officially announced by WWE. Yeah, because Vince McMahon associates a 1950s theme song and diner-esque music back when fucking Elvis was alive with modern-day WWE. Good job, Vince. This is clearly a Kevin Dunn fucking production. Guarantee it. Guarantee you Kevin Dunn came up with this idea. Turns out that not only is Great Balls of Fire happening in 2017, it could also have a long-term future. One of the sons of Jerry Lee Lewis III, was recently a guest on Dinner with the King, his podcast, hosted by none other than Jerry the King Lawler. The Great Balls of Fire name was taken from the old Jerry Lee Lewis song, as many fans know. Do they? Do they know? I doubt it. You ask a fucking 7-year-old Roman Reigns goon fan, have you heard the Great Balls of Fire theme song? What? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Now, I guarantee you Kevin Dunn came up with this idea. He was barbecuing at Vince McMahon's house, and they were listening to Jerry Lee Lewis, and, you know, Kevin Dunn's fucking barbecuing, and Vince McMahon's going in the pool, and Kevin Dunn's flipping fucking, burgers, and he's grilling with those mesquite wood chips, you know, and he's too busy eating the fucking wood chips from the fucking grill instead of flipping the fucking burger. I want my burger medium well, asshole. Don't burn it, you fucking asshole. You know? And put some chicken kebabs on there, you fucking toothless motherfucker. You know? So he's flipping the fucking burger. Guarantee you Vince McMahon's like doing fucking, RKOs off the fucking diving board. And he's fucking doing the Superman punch off the diving board. And Jerry Lee Lewis theme song comes on the fucking radio. And Kevin Dunn's flipping burgers. Ooh, Vince, this would be a great name for a pay-per-view. What is it, Dunn? Great Balls of Fire! Oh, Dunn, this is why I hire you. This is why you're invited over every barbecue. You know? Guarantee you. Guarantee that's the scenario. Guarantee it. Anyway, Great Balls of Fire was taken from Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry Lee Lewis III said on the podcast that the pay-per-view could be an annual event for WWE. Please. Nothing is set in stone, but he mentioned it as a possibility. It was revealed that WWE got into some legal issues with the Lewis family over the name. They worked out a deal and now are using the song to promote the event. Certainly, it would be interesting if this event became an annual thing. Not great news for anybody that already hates the name. I don't know. I at this point, I don't care. I really don't care. I mean, at least give me a gimmick match to go along with the pay-per-view. Maybe an Inferno match. You know, you want to name it after fucking Great Balls of Fire. I want to see someone fucking engulfed in a great ball of fire. Give me something entertaining. You know? But apparently this pay-per-view could have a long-term future. You know? They think this is a better idea. Right? Let's name a fucking pay-per-view after a 1950s theme song and promote the promo package with fucking Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe eating in a fucking diner. Are you fucking kidding me? No, that's cool, though. That's the right decision instead of bringing back King of the Ring, right? Instead of having a huge King of the Ring tournament and bringing back King of the Ring and actually making it prestigious and having it be a gap between, that pay-per-view and SummerSlam and giving the number one contender, which should be a multi-branded pay-per-view, the number one contendership for whatever brand that they're on. Building new superstars, getting people invested in the tournament, building new stars through the tournament, having qualifying matches, making meanings of your Monday Night Raw and SmackDown shows. Yeah, that's okay! Yeah, no, don't worry about it. We'll bypass all that important stuff. We'll just give you Great Balls of Fire with fucking Lavar, Lonzo, and LaMelo Ball. That's what people want to see. Right? All the other shit that I just mentioned, nobody cares about that. Nobody wants to see shows with meaning. They just want to see fucking people tear their shirts off. Fucking 60-year-old fucking father with fucking saggy man tits. You know? Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, you continue doing what you think is right, though. God. Fucking ridiculous. This is why WWE's in the fucking gutter. Great balls of fire, you know? Who the fuck gives a shit? Such stupidity. I don't get it. I don't get it. Speaking of stupidity, this is WWE's creative team fucking giving you guys brilliant ideas. Sheamus and Cesaro, tag team title reign in doubt. Now listen to this. Sheamus and Cesaro defeated the Hardys at Extreme Rules to win the tag team championships for Monday Night Raw. It is clear that these two teams will likely face off at Great Balls of Fire for the titles, even though it hasn't been officially announced. So, Sheamus and Cesaro beat the Hardys for the tag team titles. Now, we might have gotten a hint at what the plans could be on Monday Night Raw. During Raw in Los Angeles, WWE had actor Josh Duhamel on commentary. It was revealed that Sheamus would be filming a new movie with Duhamel titled The Buddy Games. Seems like that's every Thursday night at the bar with Kevin Dunn, Vince McMahon, and Roman Reigns. The Buddy Games. And then they all fucking collectively hold each other's hands, walk back to the hotel, and the real games between the buddies begin, if you know what I'm talking about. Sheamus has appeared in several movies in the past, including the latest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, which was directed by fucking that horrendous producer and director Michael Gay, because he fucking sucks. He completely ruined a childhood fucking memory of Transformers for me. I didn't watch one fucking Transformers movie outside the first one, and that one wasn't even good. You know? He made a mockery out of fucking Transformers. I can't wait to find out who fucking redoes all these movies, because each one of these Michael Bay movies was a complete fucking piece of shit. Every fucking one of them. Deadline reports that the Buddy Games will begin filming in August. So listen to this. This will likely mean that Sheamus will have to take time off from WWE television. It could also be an indicator that him and Cesaro will be dropping the belts at Great Balls of Fire or sometime in August before he leaves. Rumors suggest that Sheamus could be off television for close to 2 months to film this movie. This all seems likely that the team of Sheamus and Cesaro will be losing the tag team titles within the next month. Please take this as a grain of salt. It is always a rumor at first. Now, again, I pose the question, and you're probably wondering who the fuck I'm talking to, looking over this direction, using all these hand motions. I'm talking to nobody. My fucking cat's sleeping on the bed. I'm talking to her. She's looking at me like, what the fuck? Why give Sheamus and Cesaro the fucking title? Why take the titles off the Hardys? If you knew, I guarantee you, Sheamus, you gotta go get some sun. Go get some wood for me and go bathe in the sun, Sheamus. You know? Guarantee you these people knew. Guarantee you they knew that Sheamus had to have time off in August to film a movie. They were like, oh, Sheamus is going to be out 2 months. Give him the titles. Give him the tag team titles with Cesaro. That's a great idea. Are you fucking kidding me here? I don't get the creative decision. Why would you take the titles off the Hardys if this was the end result? Now you're going to give them back to the Hardys only for the Hardys to lose them to the Revival? Yeah, some creative geniuses you got working for you, Vince. So Sheamus and Cesaro, there, I just gave you a glimpse of their tag team title reign, coming to an end within the next month. Might come to an end in fucking a week at Great Balls of Fire. We'll see what happens. Do I care? Of course I don't care. Why should I care? The tag team division's non-existent. You went from 6 teams to fucking 2 teams. Fucking ridiculous. There's another waste of time. Bray Wyatt apparently has a potential segment filmed for him where a young child is portraying a young Bray Wyatt. What are we going to be portraying here? Bray Wyatt when he was younger? On his way to WWE? On his way to becoming a failure? We're going to document the fucking journey of a failure to WWE? You know, at least as a young child, they can't book him horrendously and have him lose every fucking week. Maybe they'll fucking film the segment where Bray Wyatt's in the Wyatt family compound and he brings a fucking date over and things are going well and she's like, sorry, I see skeletons and fucking spiderwebs hanging from the ceiling. Sorry, bro, I'm getting out of here. And he's denied date after date after date. Maybe that's what they do. You know? Document him as a young man, as a loser, and documenting him as an adult in WWE as a loser. That's what I would assume. Bray Wyatt is currently involved in a feud with Seth Rollins for whatever reason. I have no fucking idea. The two will meet in a match at Great Balls of Fire. Do you care? No. This came after Wyatt challenged Rollins on Raw this week. The offer was quickly accepted by Seth Rollins. What are they fighting over? Your guess is as good as mine. According to some rumors, we could be seeing an interesting segment involving Bray Wyatt in the near future. There are some rumors floating around that WWE recently filmed something with Bray Wyatt. WWE apparently used a child actor to film some scenes playing the part of a young Bray. There's no indication at the moment about what exactly it will be used for or when it will be used on WWE television. Maybe a look into Bray's past, maybe a deeper look into his childhood, maybe something completely random. Who cares? Nobody gives a fuck. You're going through all this trouble for what? For him to fucking lose to Seth Rollins at Great Balls of Fire? Yes, some fucking investment in this big scene that you're filming. You film it, it looks cool, and in the end, he fucking eats a knee, and it's over. 1, 2, 3. Bray Wyatt adds another loss to his blistering WWE win-loss record. Logic indicates that we could see it over the next few weeks as he continues to feud with Seth. Since we are talking about Bray here, it will likely be a creepy vibe. Ooh, creepy vibe. Ooh, to go along with his spooky promos, right? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I look at him and I'm like, okay, buddy, move on. Next segment. Bray Wyatt, potential segment featuring a young Bray. Who cares? Absolutely nobody gives a flying fuck about what is going on with Bray Wyatt. They ruined him to the point where there is no coming back. NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3. If you guys have been paying attention, you can kind of piece the card together yourself. It doesn't take a fucking scientist to figure it out. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, too bad. I'm going to tell you spoilers. NXT taped their upcoming shows on June 23rd at Full Sail University. As a result, has made NXT Takeover Brooklyn a little bit more clear. Brooklyn will take place one night before SummerSlam for a third straight year. Here's what the card might look like for Takeover Brooklyn. Now, this is based on the spoilers from the recent NXT tapings. Most of these you should already know. If you're watching NXT on a regular basis, you should know this by now. Bobby Roode to defend the NXT Championship against Drew McIntyre. Asuka versus Ember Moon for the NXT Women's Championship. Authors of Pain versus Sanity for the Tag Team Championship. Don't understand that, but whatever. I don't know why they didn't save Heavy Machinery. Cassius Ohno versus Hideo Itami, which means Hideo Itami's probably turning heel next week on NXT television. And a rematch. Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne for the United Kingdom Championship. Ooh. That's going to be fucking awesome. Also, Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, also promised at the recent taping that he would be at TakeOver Brooklyn no matter what. It is unclear what will happen since Tommaso Ciampa recently injured his knee and recently had surgery. We will have to wait for an injury update to see if there is any chance to see Ciampa versus Gargano at the event. So that is what is going on right now with NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Looks like a solid show, but I have to throw this out there. There is no Aleister Black. And there's no Bobby Fish. And there's no Kyle O'Reilly. Maybe we see Kyle O'Reilly introduced at TakeOver. Adam Cole. We might see him at TakeOver. We don't know. But that is the card right now for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Get excited, because it's going to be one of the best shows of the year for WWE. I got news here on, let's see what we have. What do I have? I had news on Eva Marie, and I wanted to read this to you. Eva Marie hints at a future WWE return. Oh my God. Oh my God. You got the bleach on ice prepared for me? Okay, good job. Make that a triple, please. Actually, make that triple times 4. Right? There have been plenty of rumors circulating over the past few months about Eva Marie. It was reported that she will be leaving WWE and Total Divas after her contract expired with the company. Eva has found success. Really? I haven't heard of this success outside the wrestling business, and is set to appear in the upcoming movie Inconceivable. This is your homework for the evening. If you're listening to me, whether you're listening to me on iTunes, whether you're listening to me on YouTube, this is your homework for the evening. Okay, she is starring in the movie Inconceivable. I want everybody in the comment section, if you made it this far in the video, I want you to use the word inconceivable in a sentence to describe Eva Marie's wrestling talent. Go. Go. I'll give it to you. I'm not even going to give you mine. Go. That's your homework. I want to see. I want to see whose is the best, and we'll make a fucking video out of it. I swear to God, use the word inconceivable in the funniest way to describe Eva Marie in the ring, and I will do a fucking video on it, and we'll fucking do a mini social media comment video just based on that. Go ahead. Go. She hinted that she is open to a WWE return in the future. She was asked if she would ever return to the company. Oh my goodness, for sure. WWE for me is where it all started. You never know. I could show up on Monday Night Raw. I could come to SmackDown Live and snatch that title real quick. Never leave me out. You never know what's creeping around the corner, if you know what I mean. She's going to snatch that title real quick. Well, if Eva Marie is even hinting about coming back to SmackDown Live, I'm going to be grabbing the bleach and snatching the bleach real quick. Never mind a fucking title. I'm going to be snatching the fucking bleach and whatever else is in the fucking kitchen cabinet that's got that little Skull and Bones logo that says poison on it. She also left the door open for a Total Divas return, if that's something you care about. You never know. It's definitely a possibility. I love that show, and I think everybody needs a little bit of Natalie Eva Marie in their life. So why not spread it everywhere? I'm going to spread the bleach everywhere and fucking distribute that to everybody watching, because nobody wants to see you anywhere. So Eva Marie, do me a favor. Stay away. Stay away from anything WWE. Victoria. You guys remember Victoria? She was rejected in her request to visit Backstage during SmackDown Live. Now, this is shocking. Now, I know she had a sex tape that was leaked that I heard about. Maybe WWE didn't want her backstage for that very reason. Now, WWE had several female superstars backstage during Monday Night Raw in Los Angeles. Backstage were Tori Wilson, Charmel, Booker's wife, Christy Hemme, Candice Michelle, and Lillian Garcia. It appears as if former WWE star Victoria was rejected when she tried to visit the next night on SmackDown Live. Victoria, real name Lisa Marie Varon, posted on her Facebook that she wanted to congratulate the women of WWE after the Money in the Bank ladder match on Tuesday. Her request was denied by WWE, according to her. She said on Twitter, or Facebook rather, the women's ladder match was incredible. Wanted to congratulate the gals, but the office said that I couldn't go backstage. Maybe next time. Interesting because of how many former WWE stars were backstage on Monday Night Raw. We have to assume that Victoria might not be in good standing with the WWE. She last worked for WWE in 2009. I called a wrestling event for, I believe, New Level Pro Wrestling. Next Level Pro Wrestling, something like that, in Long Island. I did a show for them. And it was a small crowd, in a broken down, auditorium. It was freezing in there in the middle of January. And when we were doing the show, I was there with Andrew Zarian from Matt Men Podcast. Him and I did commentary. And during one of the matches, we looked behind us, and Victoria was sitting right behind us. She actually came up and introduced herself to us, which was kind of cool. And, me and Andrew were like, yeah, we knew who you were. We didn't want to bother you. She was there with a relative or something. And she was very nice. She came up to us. I even took a group picture of her and her friends that were there after the show was over on the stage. So it was pretty cool. But, I'm assuming it has to do with the rocky past. Maybe she left WWE on bad terms. Maybe it has to do with what was leaked lately. With her personal life. I have no fucking idea. But it sucks that WWE turned her away. All she wanted to do was congratulate the women after a very good ladder match on SmackDown Live. So, Victoria rejected to visit the women backstage after SmackDown Live. Finally, guys, we're going to end this one here with Tyson Kidd. As you guys know, Tyson Kidd and his WWE career was cut short by Samoa Joe in a freak accident. It wasn't on purpose. June 2015, Tyson Kidd's life changed forever during a match with Samoa Joe. He suffered a severe neck and spine injury. Not only was Kidd lucky to be alive and not paralyzed, he was lucky to be alive because he had a 5% survival rate after the injury was diagnosed. There have been many questions about Kidd and his future in the WWE after the injury. According to Ryan Satin from Pro Wrestling Sheet, Kidd will be returning to WWE, but not in a wrestling capacity. The report states that Kidd is being transitioned to a non-wrestling role with the company. The exact details are not known as of yet how they will use him, but in a backstage capacity as an agent, or it could be something on air. We will have to wait and see what they do with him. Seems clear that Kidd will never wrestle again for the WWE. For those wondering, Kidd also confirmed recently that he will be on Total Divas next season with his wife, Natalya. Tyson Kidd, man, I loved the team of Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. I thought that was best. I thought that was the best team for Cesaro. I thought that was the best pairing of Cesaro. He had Jack Swagger, he's got the Sheamus now, and he's got Tyson Kidd. I think that was the best pairing for Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. Tyson Kidd by himself, he wasn't doing anything on the main roster. I could see him, if he was around today, I could see him on 205 Live. He could be helping the cruiserweights over there. But Tyson Kidd's best work, his most valuable to WWE, was when he was down in NXT. The matches he had down there. He was fucking kicking ass down there. He was showing off what he could really do, and they were utilizing him in a way that was beneficial to him. Him and Natalya, they were both utilized down there very nicely. They had no room for him up on the main roster. But now things are changed. If he was healthy now, he could still be doing his thing in NXT. He could still be a vital part of that brand. He could be on 205 Live, helping Neville. I'd love to see imagine a Tyson Kidd versus Neville feud. With the fucking amount of talent that's in that ring with both of those guys. It sucks that he won't be able to wrestle again, but listen, shit happens. People claiming Samoa Joe is dirty in the ring, that he's unsafe. It's just like AJ Styles. He broke Yoshitatsu's neck in Japan with the Styles Clash. Some people just take the move wrong. It was a freak accident. They didn't ban the Styles Clash in WWE. I don't think they banned the Muscle Buster in WWE. If I'm producing the match with Brock Lesnar, I'm breaking out the Muscle Buster against Brock Lesnar. But AJ Styles broke Yoshitatsu's neck. Nobody's fucking claiming AJ Styles is unsafe in the ring. So it should be the same way for Samoa Joe. Accidents happen. Every time you walk into those ropes, accidents happen. And this was an accident. And, we're lucky that it did not end up worse as it did. He had a 5% survival rate, and he's alive, and he's not paralyzed. And he's able to continue on in the industry that he loves. And I hope they find a role for him, The amount of talent and knowledge that he probably has through years and years and years of fucking training and working for WWE, you can spawn that off to a young kid, someone in the Performance Center. If something from Tyson Kidd makes someone else better, his worth to the company is already proven. So I'm hoping that he does get a decent role as a producer, an on-air talent, something. Maybe something down in NXT. Who the fuck knows? But he's going to be with the company, but he will not be in a wrestling role with the WWE ever again. He may never wrestle, period, for anybody ever again. So Tyson Kidd, his future with the WWE will be in a backstage role, and he will be on Total Divas next season. And you will see me, not next season, but tomorrow on Off the Script. Thank you guys so much for episode 176. I hope I made you laugh. I hope I entertained you. I hope I gave you the news the only way that I can, with some logic behind it. Thank you guys so very much for everything. I will be back tomorrow with SummerSlam news, man. Big SummerSlam news coming out of the Wrestling Observer Live with Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez. Apparently, according to Dave Meltzer, WWE has definitely changed their plans for SummerSlam and WrestleMania as far as main events go for both of their biggest shows. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll give you the lowdown on that, plus a variety of other things. I also have news on WWE extremely high on Carmella after her winning Money in the Bank. Why Cody Rhodes was never a WWE champion. Alberto Del Rio and Paige, did they break up? Possible plans for the Raw Women's Championship after the Gauntlet match on Monday Night Raw. Plus John Cena in the news again. Potential news on John Cena's opponent. And it's not Jinder Mahal for his return to SmackDown Live. All this plus so much more on this weekend's Off the Script. Thank you guys so much. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below and the bell for the notification. And when you hit the bell, please turn on all notifications. And however you guys want to be notified, pushed through the feed or email or both, whatever, man. Make sure you guys are doing everything you can to get the videos delivered to you in the best way possible. The best way to do that is through Twitter, because it automatically shoots right to the feed. Follow me on Twitter, or if you guys want, just visit the page every single week, because there's always content going up. So thank you guys so much, man. Make sure to check out the Patreon page, patreon.com/JD2MY206, barbershopwindow.com/offthescript for your t-shirts, and audibletrial.com/offthescript for all new listeners of the show who want to get a free audiobook of your choice, man. I'm JD. Fucking demolish that thumbs up, motherfucker. Let's shoot for 1,200 thumbs up on this episode of Off the Script, and I will see you guys on Saturday morning with more great news and rumors right before I head to House of Glory in Queens, New York. Never trust the snake. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Until then, take care and have a great Friday, guys. Talk to you later.